love Fridays for one reason. It's the start of the weekend, right?
Yes.
Well, Steph and I have another reason.
Of course, that is what's new out in theaters. And there are some major movies being released this weekend, from action-packed thrillers to a romantic comedy. This weekend really is just a movie lover's dream.
All right, so let's start with the lovely Scarlett Johansson. And this time, it's not just her looks that are in the spotlight. She plays a woman accidentally injected with a drug that allows her to use more than the normal 10% of her brain's capacity.
Interesting one, isn't it? So what do you do with this superhuman? I don't know how I would react. And can we access more than 10% of our brains? This question may not be as far-fetched as you might think.
What happened? What did you do to my stomach?
We've merely slipped a little package into your lower tummy.
And you're going to transport something very special to us.
It is estimated most human beings only use 10% of their brain's capacity. Imagine if we could access more of our cerebral capacity. I've always thought the human mind is just like any other muscle. If we called on it to do more, it would probably rise to its own expectations.
There are certain drugs that can open up the brain and make the person a lot more likely to learn and learn faster.
Yes?
Professor Norman, my name's Lucy. I just read all your research on the human brain. It's a little rudimentary, but you're on the right track.
Thank you.
We're not using anywhere close to the maximum possible capability.
Since when did you start writing Chinese?
Since an hour ago.
There are some scientists who believe that our capacity is infinite.
I can feel every living thing.
I would say the possibility is endless, and the reason I say that is 100 years ago we could not have predicted what we have today. So anything I predict today is almost certainly going to be wrong 30, 40, 50 years from now.
I'm gonna drive.
No, this is not possible. This is a police car.
Everything we know about the brain could be wrong.
We've codified our existence to make it comprehensible so that we can forget its unfathomable scale.
We are questioning things about the brain's capacity and where it can go.
What happens when she reaches 100%?
I have no idea.
As we said earlier, that's a little cray-cray.
I need to go on vacation. I love those movies that kind of put you in that state of mind. Or what if this really does happen?
And it doesn't seem so far-fetched. I don't know.
Cray-cray. All right.
Cray-cray.
So let's stick with this thriller theme for a minute and take a look at the movie that has so many people buzzing.
Yeah, A Most Wanted Man stars Rachel McAdams. Love her. Willem Dafoe, and of course the late Philip Seymour Hoffman.
This thrilling film based off a master spy novel follows German spies as they try to piece together a mystery man terrorist who is threatening the world.
Ooh, it's a race against the clock and the stakes are high. Hold on to your seat. This is A Most Wanted Man.
German intelligence needs a job to be done that German law won't let it do. Our unit was set up to develop resources.
We're not policemen.
We're spies. Our sources don't come to us.
Hi, Annabelle. Good to see you.
We find them. When they're ours, we direct them at bigger targets. It takes a minnow to catch a barracuda to catch a shark.
They're moving.
You can't do this. I'm a lawyer.
Lawyer, social worker for terrorists. You've crossed the line. You're on their side now.
I'm frightened. I'm not your spy. Can't do this anymore.
You're my ears or my eyes. I need you. We have a job to do. You're going to help me do it.
Martha Sullivan, U.S. Embassy, Berlin. Dr. Abdullah moves money through a network of Muslim charities, and every time he does, some of it goes missing.
He's moving the money to a shipping company.
He's got a lot of friends here in Berlin.
Watch your back.
The man's tolerant and engaged with the West. But every good man has a little bit of bad, doesn't he? And in Abdullah's case, that little bit
Just might kill you.
We have 3 hours to apprehend Abdullah, make him ours.
Hello?
If this kid lets off a bomb, it's in your hands. I'm not doing this for you. Most of us don't get to choose.
I gave you Isa. Isa gives you Abdullah. What's next? Maybe you could define for us what the long-term objective would be.
To make the world a safer place. Isn't that enough?
Man, it'll be interesting to see what the box office does this weekend, because that's some strong competition between the two of those. They both look really good.
Philip Seymour Hoffman. You know, I was in an extra in a movie with Rachel McAdams.
Well, she is beautiful in person.
She looks exactly the same. She didn't have a drop of makeup on either.
Man.
It was The Lucky Ones, but they changed the title. It had Tim Robin in it. I'll have to look it up because they shot it at St. Louis Airport. And then they ended up having to reshoot a bunch of it, which is when they changed the name. So I was actually right next to Tim Robbins in a scene.
Ooh,
but you never look at
cool.
movies the same once you've done that extra
Yeah,
stuff.
oh, I'm sure.
Different.
I'm sure.
So if this action-packed thriller is not your cup of tea, maybe our next movie could be more your speed.
Yeah, the movie And So It Goes follows the story of a self-absorbed man played by Michael Douglas, whose life gets turned upside down by his 9-year-old granddaughter he never knew he had.
Ooh, so what happens when Diane Keaton is added into the crazy mix? Let's see.
This house is $8 million. The house is not worth $8 million. And you'll get hit by a bus if the driver does what he's paid to do. Whoa.
There are a million reasons not to like Orrin Little.
Touch my car and I'll have you spayed.
Neutered.
For Pete's sakes, cut their hair. Is what you're gonna say really worth what I'm about to say back?
Just ask everyone.
Complain to the manager.
We have.
Well, did she happen to mention that I own this building?
He's a little insensitive.
I'm 65.
I have sold houses older than you, all right? In a lot worse condition.
That makes me feel good.
It's a compliment,
A little rude.
I messed up. I need a woman's perspective, and you're the closest thing to it.
You always could charm me.
And a real.
Oh, no.
You're unbelievable.
Bingo.
This summer.
I need you to take care of my daughter while I'm gone.
What's going on?
It's my son.
Wait, who's that?
That's my granddaughter. She's probably Guatemalan. He had sex with an ape once.
From the director of The Bucket List.
Would you like to do this yourself?
Only if you do it wrong.
I'm gonna make someone a great wife someday.
And When Harry Met Sally comes a comedy.
Take that box, put it on that box, it's on that box.
Are you a hoarder?
About friendship.
I'm the only friend you've got.
Might have found somebody else who likes me, so you can die now.
Family.
Now, what is your favorite color for your room?
Purple.
No, that's no good. That's bad for rentals.
And the little things that bring us all together.
Last time I had sex, I tore my ACL.
Is this some pathetic attempt at flirtation?
Well, when you put it that way,
Michael Douglas. Diane Keaton.
Ma'am, there's no smoking in here?
Good. You're too young to smoke.
Ta-da!
And so it goes.
What are you doing?
Having my baby.
Oh, you can't do that.
It's not up to me.
See, this is what happens when you have sex. I can make anybody cry, huh?
What a way to teach them.
I know, right?
I love that the little girl knew what hoarding was, too, by the way.
Oh, little kids can change everything. That is so true. All right, so tell us what you see this weekend. It's, again, a lot of different options, which is nice, because sometimes there's some weekends where, like, nothing comes out.
Nothing is out, yeah.
Got a couple good ones to choose from. Well, stay true to your inner fashionista.
Up next, how you can get your hands on this season's hottest hues at True Fashionistas.